So let's talk for a second about why Monsters and Other Scary Shit is going to be so awesome. I have a couple of aids with me for this video. So this is our new hardcover, which is printed in the exact same way that Monsters and Other Scary Shit is going to be printed. And this is the original trade paperback. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways in which Monsters and Other Scary Shit is going to be much more like this than the standard trade paperback that you're used to. All right, the first reason this is going to be so awesome is it's 224 pages. 220 of that is art, and then 4 extra pages in the front, which are a massive signing page. You can get it signed by anybody. All the people that are working on the book, plus the obviously title page, and then this is going to be our where we're going to put the Kickstarter backer rewards, and then it goes into story. This is 220 pages of story. This book, which retails for $30, is 112 pages. Just right there, you're almost getting double the story, almost exactly double the story for just $10 more. Secondly, let's talk about UV spotting. UV spotting is one of my favorite things in comics. This, you can see it right here on your best trades and your most beautiful art. You're going to see sort of some parts of it look like it's shimmering, sort of like the face on Ichabod does right here. And then the title up here also is a little spot UV. So the book's going to be matte. Right now it's gloss, so it all sort of looks like spot UV. But imagine, if you will, all of these yellow eyes glowing just like Ichabod's right now, but the rest of it is matte. And if we hit our stretch goal, these are all going to glow in the dark, which I think is really, really cool. It's a really nice touch. The next thing I want to mention is the kind of print quality that we're going to use. So this is our digital print. It's just a matte print. You can see there's you probably can't see this, but there's a little bit of streaking on the lines here. This is the trade paperback. So this is how most books are printed on gloss laminate. And I'm going to hold this up to the light so you can really see sort of the whole page looks like it's glistening. And what happens is all of the nice, beautiful inks get laminated over in this gloss paper. Now this is how most books are done, but art books are done on a glossy art paper, and that's how we print the Ichabod graphic novel. And so I'm going to open to a random page again, just to show you the difference, and I'll show you the exact same page. So this is one of the pages of Ichabod Jones Monster Hunter in gloss. You can see there's kind of a yellow film. It's going to look yellowy comparatively to the new hardcovers, but when I hold it up to the light, I can make this happen correctly. All of the page glows. You see how all the page kind of glows? I'm going to show you how it's different in this book. Let me open up to the same page. This is, I think, the same page of Ichabod. So you can see in this page, there's none of that yellow film on top of it, but if I do the same thing with this, instead of the whole page looking like it shimmers, it looks kind of like the line art shimmering instead. So you can kind of see it throughout the page. I know it's really hard here. Hopefully you guys can see us at a show, and then you can really see the difference. But now that I remember, I'm going to bring you back to the other page so you can see. This is that other page. You can see sort of yellowy. The whole thing looks like it's shining, and that's because there's a laminate on top of the whole thing. Okay. So the next thing that makes this book awesome, not only is it going to be 224 pages of art, which is almost double that. In fact, you can see kind of how thick it's going to be. It's going to be something like this. as far as thickness goes, minus this out. So a little bit thinner comparatively to this, which is 112 pages. The next thing is that we got creators from all of your favorite companies. So Marvel, Vertigo, Oni, Boom, Alterna, Space Goat, Image, and much more. And people and people that have worked on brands that you love. Brands like Transformers and Star Wars and Simpsons and Invader Zim and My Little Pony and much more than that. So there are all sorts of creators who've worked on projects you love, for companies you love, all coming together to show their love for monsters. All right, and finally what makes this book awesome is all of the different kinds of monsters. So I'm going to show you a couple of the monsters that you know. Okay, so let's just take this one real quick. So we got some Minotaurs. You know Minotaurs. There's also zombies. And ghouls. So those are some of the big name, big baller monsters that you know. But there's also some lesser known, like fear monsters. And there are Bohan Sith. And there are Kalad Sealies. So there's all sorts of different kinds of monsters. We didn't just pick all of the best, all of the most popular monsters or all of the most obscure monsters. We really had a mix of the best hits of monsters and some of the more obscure tracks. It's obviously not every monster in the book because we only did 224 pages. There's thousands of monsters, but this is a really good wide spectrum of all sorts of different monsters. So again, let's recap. Why is this book going to be so awesome? 224 pages, which is pretty much double this size. So imagine something like this as far as the final size goes. Additionally, UV spot and glow in the dark also. So ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Imagine that on all of these yellow eyes. And glow in the dark if we get to our $20,000 stretch goal. Also, it's going to be in hardcover. I don't think I mentioned hardcover instead of soft cover. Also, it's going to be printed on the beautiful glossy art paper, so you can really see all of the line art shimmering. Also, it's going to have all of your favorite, a bunch of creators from all of your favorite companies like Image, Boom, Oni, and Marvel, Vertigo, and people who have worked on your favorite brands like Star Wars and My Little Pony and Transformers and Invader Zim and much more, all working together on this book. And I mean, the coup de grace is just really all of the monsters. 30 different stories with all sorts of monsters, from the very famous monsters all the way to the very obscure monsters. So that's it. That's why this book is going to be so awesome. And I hope you think it is too. And I hope you head over to the reward level. Is it that side or that side? And pledge today. Thanks a lot, wannabes and creators. I will see you behind the backer wall.